Hi, this is Reverend Kyle, and this is Milo. And these are delicious cherries. Not just any old cherries, but these are hand-picked Ontario cherries, fresh from Winona. So good, so juicy, so red, so messy. I love eating fresh fruit, and so does Milo. Milo and I get along great because we like eating all kinds of different things. But there's some things that's not good for Milo to eat. Although he loves fruit, and he would especially love to eat one of these yummy, fresh cherries, it wouldn't be very good for him. Why? Well, first of all, he's got a pretty tiny mouth, and these cherries have pretty big pits in them, or pretty big stones in them. So that would not be a good thing for him to have in his mouth. It wouldn't be safe. Also, cherries can be really juicy, but they can also be really messy. Milo might get some cherry juice on his whiskers, and he could probably wipe that off. But he might get cherry juice all over his paws and all over his fur, and it would stain his fur. And that wouldn't be good. Milo doesn't really like going for rides in the washing machine and the dryer. And sometimes when he does, they don't really get him as clean as he could be. So, although cherries are good to eat and delicious, they're not really what's best for Milo. That reminds me about something that a man named Paul wrote when he was writing to the early churches, and they had a lot of questions for him. And Paul was one of Jesus' apostles, one of God's servants of the early church. And Paul told the people in one church that all things are permissible, but not all things are beneficial. Now, those are some big words. But basically what that means is that there's a lot of things you can do, but not all of the things that you can do help you to be more like Jesus. And so sometimes there might be things that might look good to do. There might be things we want to say that might feel good to say them, but they're not really good things that help us to be more like Jesus. And so we're just going to remember that. And it's tough for Milo to know that cherries are delicious, but they're not what's best for him. And so he's just learning to be patient and understanding. And that's what's been going on with Milo and me.